Not only the Carolina Panthers are 2-0, the way they handled the New Orleans Saints, the NFC South Division opponent. Okay. Now I can get behind on that one for the fact that the New Orleans Saints, they're not pushovers. They did beat the Green Bay Packers last Sunday. The very same Green Bay Packers team that were in the NFC Championship game a year ago, let alone 2 years in a row. And someone need to remind Jameis Winston that when you're playing the Carolina Panthers defense, you better bring it. Otherwise, he's going to be in for a long afternoon. And that's exactly what happened. He was flustered. He went back to the old infamous Jameis. Not famous Jameis. You know, he had more interceptions than touchdowns. So, and the Carolina Panthers defense had everything to do with it. I mean, they were on fire. I mean, they allowed 128 total yards. That's the lowest in the Panthers-Saints matchup all time. The previous was, 174 back in 1996. I've written it down on a piece of paper. And they coughed up only 7 points. I wish it would have been a shutout. That would have been ultra sweet. But hey, you got to take it for what it is. I mean, the secondary came to play. They were no joke. But it started with the defensive line and the linebacking core, which I had serious question marks. So, Phil Snow did a hell of a job. I'll give him props on that one. Now, the offense, I would love to see the Carolina Panthers finish strong the way they did in the first half. And this is the second game in a row where they get off to a fast start in the first half, but second half, they're on a cruise control, lackadaisical. I'm like, woo, yeah, we got this game in the bag, baby. Woo! And you're like, uh-oh. I mean, look what happened with the New York Jets. Yes, I know they're 0-2. They're the youngest team in the league, but still, you can't treat a team lightly. Don't underestimate them. And same goes for the New Orleans Saints. So, or any team for that matter. But if you look at the stat sheet, oh my goodness. It is just one-sided if you think about it. I mean, first downs, total yards, rushing yards, penalties. I mean, Carolina Panthers had only one turnover, which I can take that. I'd rather see my Panthers have one turnover and win the game in either a close or a blowout game versus having a bunch of turnovers and lose badly. You know? And then the time possession, it was not even close. Even in the first quarter, it was like 11 minutes and some change for the Panthers offense versus the Saints offense with only, 3 minutes? 3 minutes and some change. Man, that was crazy. And the fact that they scored twice and they made 3 trips to the red zone, that's something they need to get better at. Because when you're facing teams that are pretty good red zone defense, you can't screw around. And I want to know what the heck is going on with my Carolina Panthers and the field goal kickers. I mean, they kicked one field goal to the curb and brought in another one. And I'm like, okay, it's kind of like a week-to-week type of thing. So, and yes, they go to H-Town to take on the Houston Texans. I'm not feeling it on that game for a simple fact. Deshaun Watson is not playing, but we all know the whole legal situation. But just imagine if he was playing. That game would be buzzing. Straight up buzzing. But it's a Thursday night game. Most football fans and players hate Thursday night games. And my Carolina Panthers just don't do well in prime time. They don't. We'll see what the Carolina Panthers can do on prime time, on Thursday night game down south in the H-Town against the Houston Texans. And it looks like they might be on their second or third string quarterback. I don't know who's going to be the starting quarterback for the Houston Texans. Tyron Taylor, he pulled a hamstring against the Cleveland Browns. If he plays, all Carolina Panthers have to do, keep him in the pocket. Don't let him get loose. And let the secondary do their thing. And on offense, they just got to take advantage of the Houston Texans' weakness on defense. I know they're not going to get to a fast start all the time. My thing is this. If they get off to a slow start in the first half, but end up having a blazing second half and win the game, I'll take that. But I want to see consistency all across the boards with my Carolina Panthers. I have a feeling they'll go 3-0 against the Houston Texans on upcoming Thursday night game. Anything can happen. So with that in mind, throwing y'all a salute. I'm out. What's your thoughts on today's game and upcoming Thursday night's game? And I will upload more videos, and that include my thoughts on NBC's Chuck, Various Thoughts video, and last but not least, Call of Duty Vanguard Beta. Oh my goodness. Oh, this should be phenomenal. And I'm out. Salute.